you are in now? Well, I think hard is a relative term. I think more hard work and dedication, because anything that you want to do, if you really want it, you're going to put any amount of work into it that you need to become successful. So getting certified on my own and coming out to the dives, even when I wasn't on the full-time dive team, and showing interest and that hunger to learn more and to be better has really is really kind of the hard work, you might say, that I had to put into becoming where I am now. My name is Michael Glimpse, and this has been my career report. You can find out more information on our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Hello everyone, I'm Natalia Bilbao, and here's what's happening in LA this week. Mayor Karen Bass has issued a new emergency executive order that deals with cleanup efforts and rebuilding after the LA wildfires. The order streamlines permitting and promotes the use of fire-resistant materials in the reconstruction ahead.
As we rebuild, it is important that we keep our eyes on the future. Today, I'm issuing a new executive order to help residents harden their homes and businesses against wildfire. We've learned a lot about wildfires over the years, and we know that there are certain things that you can do if you are ever in this situation again to protect your homes.
The Corps has been on ground here for a couple of months, and to reach that speed and accomplish this amazing mission, we need partnerships to do so, and the City of Los Angeles has been absolutely fantastic, because we just simply can't do it without the greater effort. These great Americans behind me that are doing the hard work as well, but the singular most important partner that we have is the community, certainly those in the affected communities.
We're very happy with the clarity of information that's coming out. In the early days, there were some definitive challenges. As of recent, the city has begun to give us more information, has involved the community in conversations on a more frequent basis directly with community leaders like Pally Strong, and answer our questions. With a long way to go, lots more questions and a lot of important issues we need to deal with, but it's a step in the right direction, and it's appreciated.
So the executive order that I will sign today has our city departments developing paths forward to streamline permitting for owners who rebuild all-electric, more fire-resistant homes, to promote the use of fire-resistant construction materials to harden homes and businesses as Los Angeles begins to rebuild, and that further strengthens the resiliency of utilities and ensure power reliability during severe weather events. We have learned a lot about resiliency, and so my executive directive will call upon the city departments to do everything they can to expedite the process for anybody who is choosing to rebuild in a way to prevent damage in the future.
Have members of the Armenian community been victims of unfair financial practices? LA's Department of Civil and Human Rights is examining reports of possible discrimination and looking for community assistance in taking further action.
We're asking the Armenian community to come forward with any information they have regarding potential discriminatory practices with financial institutions, including retail banks. We have reports that people from the Armenian community, particularly those with Armenian-sounding surnames and those ending in YAN or IAN, may have disparate treatment in the areas of credit approvals, bank accounts being closed abruptly without any notification or explanations, and even long-term holds on payroll deposits, etc. If you feel that you've been discriminated against because of your surname, please call the LA Civil Rights Department at 213-978-1845 or go to laisforeveryone.com to file a complaint. We have a campaign that Los Angeles is for everyone. So we fight discriminatory practices on the offensive and defensive. We celebrate everyone's culture. We are intentional to make sure we make our signs and posters about how LA can be united. We do it in the languages spoken by the Armenian population. We work in partnership with Councilmember Nazarian on how we can make sure that LA is a welcoming place for all. And we, on the other side, have the ability to make sure that we prevent discriminatory practices from happening by bringing cases against folks who violate your civil rights. And we include financial institutions as well as retail banks in that space of making sure people are protected in all ways. We can't say LA is your home, LA is for everyone, without making sure people feel secure and protected against discriminatory practices, even in the private sector.
Shovels and brooms were readied for Service Day LA 2025, which took place at 54th and San Pedro. City leaders and departments organized to lift up local communities and make a clean sweep.
We were joined today by members of the community to lift and clean LA. We are right now on the corner of 54th and San Pedro with numerous volunteers from the Board of Public Works, the Mayor's Office, and Council District 9, Kern Price's office.
It is a way for us to show our commitment to our community, but we want to underscore the fact that we all deserve a clean, green environment, and that's what we're here to celebrate.
We couldn't be more grateful for the support of the community. We have people coming out of their houses, joining us, walking with us to clean the streets here in South Los Angeles.
Now, this is part of an ongoing initiative, but we want to make sure that we're cleaning up every month and that we're demonstrating the fact that we care about our community.
The Public Works Department actually has a community beautification team, and they do cleanups all around Los Angeles. So from the Valley to San Pedro and all areas in between East and West, community beautification is probably doing a cleanup around you within a month's time. And you can also follow Mayor Bass's office to learn more about beautification efforts.
That's only one of many cleanup operations happening around the city with the Office of Community Beautification. Councilwoman Monica Rodriguez and LA City's Rec and Parks Department celebrated with young Angelinos at Stonehurst Park. Investments there are giving the Shadow Hills neighborhood more ways to play.
Stonehurst Park is a beautiful park in the midst of this historic area of Shadow Hills. We have a brand new court for young people and adults to come play basketball. It's now regulation size. We also have this volleyball court, new fencing, which is great because we want to train the future Olympians here in Shadow Hills.
We have the community coming out and enjoying a wonderful day today so they could play a game and enjoy the amenities here at the park at Stonehurst Recreational Center. For the community, it's a big deal because this is where they come and enjoy themselves. Families come out, kids, youth, especially on a day like this, which is a very beautiful day.
This may seem like a small little step, but it's very significant. It could be used for open play, not only for our patrons for the use of facilities, but also for the public that just come in here, provide some exercise during the week. This shows the community that we are invested in them. Parents can now go and sign up on our Play LA initiative. We have a very affordable pricing for all our recreation and physical activities here.
Parks are a place where communities can come together, where young people through team sport will learn fair play and how to be part of a group. They're beautiful places where families can create memories that last a lifetime. But investing in them is critical. And that's why I continue to fight for increased improvements for our parks through the Park Needs Assessment, which I fought for in last year's budget. I want to make sure that all our city parks have the same quality amenities where families can come together and recreate.
Mayor Karen Bass and Los Angeles Police Department Chief Jim McDonnell have released the 2024 end-of-year crime statistics for the city of LA. The crime data report indicates that in 2024, there was a reduction in violent crime, with the number of homicides down 14% and the number of shooting victims down 19%. Key findings show that in 3 of the 4 geographic bureaus within the LAPD, there was a reduction in homicides, with the greatest decline in Operations Valley Bureau, which had 28% fewer homicides in 2024. According to Chief McDonnell, these improvements can be attributed to strategic policing, targeted enforcement, and collaborations with community organizations dedicated to violence prevention. For more information, visit mayor.lacity.gov/press. The Los Angeles Zoo's Teen Council for Conservation recently hosted its 2nd annual Youth Conservation Symposium with the theme, Conservation is Magic. Now in its 3rd year, the Teen Council for Conservation is a 9-month program engaging young Angelinos to think and work towards future conservation solutions. The Teen Council centers on conservation issues such as social and environmental justice, with a specific focus determined by the students each year. Applications and recruitment for the next Teen Council for Conservation begin later this summer. Interested teens are encouraged to follow @LAZoo on social media and check out the program at lazoo.org/Teen Council. Springtime is here, also known as kitten season, and LA Animal Services is looking for fosters for underage kittens that will need to be bottle fed. All new fosters interested in caring for bottle baby kittens or puppies need to complete an orientation class. 3 LA Animal Services locations at Harbor, East Valley, and West Los Angeles are hosting upcoming foster orientation sessions. If the shelter has bottle babies, a feeding demonstration may take place. LA Animal Services also offers fostering for cats and dogs, which gives them a break from kennel life, provides socialization, and helps them find forever homes. For more information, visit laanimalservices.com.
They come from across Los Angeles and work in a variety of fields, but these women have one key thing in common. They are all recipients of this year's Women of Impact Awards. As part of Women's Heritage Month, Mayor Bass, LA Civil Rights, and elected leaders joined in honoring these women for all they do in their communities.
Today, we were honoring 18 of the most amazing women in the city of Los Angeles. Women of Impact Awards happened here in the Bradley Tower.
Just think of all of the incredible women leaders we have in our city. All of you should give yourselves a round of applause for what you do day in and day out.
We are participating in our government, that we remind ourselves that we are government and that we fight for a democracy that includes all of us. And that is really, I think, what this celebration, what these awards are all about.
Couldn't be more grateful to have the support of our city leaders as elected officials, but the Commission on the Status of Women led by Tracy Gray. Those women help build a better Los Angeles in the areas of business, philanthropy, education, and running our nonprofits as well.
Muchas gracias a la Councilwoman Imelda Padilla por pensar en nosotros, por visitarnos, por interesarnos por nuestro programa, por ver que la comunidad está haciendo un gran esfuerzo de salir adelante, y su apoyo y este reconocimiento hoy no es mío, es de toda la comunidad.
Julieta is somebody who saw a need in her community to help people with general resources that would improve their lives. She has been helping Spanish-speaking members of the community learn English at no cost.
women are always working. I'm a working mom. Many of the women leaders here are working moms. Women have the ability to get things done. We know how to manage operations. We know how to get people to do more with less. We know the needs and we know how to be empathetic. To the women of Los Angeles, not only is this your month, this is your city, and you've built a better Los Angeles, a Los Angeles for everyone.
March is Women's Heritage Month, and we're celebrating the elected city of Los Angeles' women, including LA's first women's city attorney, Heidi Feldstein Soto, and the newest council member, Isabel Jurado. But first up, council member Nithya Raman shares her journey of civic engagement.
I'm really excited to celebrate Women's Heritage Month this month. It's really exciting to be part of a majority woman council for the very first time in the history of the city of Los Angeles. What I think is exciting is that we are women. We're all really different. We bring really different perspectives to the council. We represent really different districts. We have really different priorities in our work, and we don't always agree. And I think that's incredible in some ways. It means that we don't just have to work together because we're women. We're going to work together because we want to work together. We're going to work together because we care about Los Angeles and making Los Angeles better, and that's really exciting for me. I spent the first part of my youth in India and then moved to America as an immigrant with my parents, and I really admired both the strength of my grandmothers and my own mother. And I'm just so grateful for her courage and for her willingness to make a big change so late in her life. My grandmother on my father's side had a second-grade education, but read the newspaper beginning to end every single day and was more politically informed and engaged than almost anybody I knew. And I see my work now as a direct line from her enthusiasm to what inspires me to do this job. I ran for office after I was a neighborhood volunteer. I saw a lot more homelessness in my neighborhood, a lot more people living in tents in places that I had never seen before, and I really wanted to give back and do something and to help those people. And so I started this volunteer group, and there was this incredible outpouring of support for volunteerism in my neighborhood, for civic engagement, for giving back to the neighborhood. And it was really exciting because all of these people came to that volunteer group looking for a way to connect with each other and to give back to Angelenos. That spirit is really what encouraged me to run, because I wanted to make sure that that kind of civic engagement was enshrined in City Hall. So I'm hoping that as I move forward in my work that we're able to do even more of that.
Women's Heritage Month is a month for some, but I celebrate it 365. It's fabulous to be in a room full of women in City Council. I feel very comfortable being there, and it's so exciting to be part of this historic moment. Growing up, my mom was a staunch Democrat. She was very proud to be a citizen and really involved me in organizing and social justice work, and didn't even know what those terms meant, but always made sure that organizing was part of our political process and recognizing that whatever's personal is political. I looked up to my lolas, which are my grandmothers. They're both prisoners of war in the Philippines. One of them is quiet, but she is fierce. You know, she escaped being imprisoned and migrated to America for a better life for her 8 children. My other lola was the first attorney in Iligan. That was a woman, and she was fierce in her own right. And so I looked up to both of them every day. I show up every day, even when it's hard. I'm still a single parent. I'm a working mom, trying to juggle being a sandwich generation mother, taking care of my dad, taking care of my daughter, and just showing up and being in this role is proof that we do belong in these spaces. We have to fight and clamor for them, but we do belong, and we gotta keep making space for ourselves. We have a fierce group of women running our office, and so trying to make sure that what we do in this month is something we do every single month of the year, because we know more than just women holding up half the sky, we get stuff done.
Women's Heritage Month is a way to pause and to really remember that women have always been here. At least when I was growing up, my history month, my history books didn't have women. So to me, it is a month to rediscover and own our roots, whether we were hidden figures creating mathematics for spaceships, whether we were laboring in a studio and coming up with vaccinations and cures like Marie Curie. We see women in every aspect of our culture, in every aspect of our advancement, in every aspect of our lives. And so finding women in the fabric of our history and our shared culture and acknowledging that shared contribution has a place, and we need to take ourselves to the next level of our heritage. I grew up in San Juan, Puerto Rico. I walked to school every day. I played a lot of sports. Believe it or not, I played basketball, because even though I'm short, in Puerto Rico, I wasn't that much shorter than the norm. So I was the playmaker and I brought down the ball. I was a cheerleader. I played volleyball. I sailed. Graduating in a class of 30 at a high school that I'd gone through from kindergarten through 12th grade, and then landing in the States at college was really a bit of a culture shock. I was incredibly lucky. I had Ruth Bader Ginsburg as my civil procedure professor in law school. I don't think there's many of us who can say that. And she was fabulous. She was incredibly calm, incredibly thorough, brilliant legal mind, and just someone who I thought to myself, there's a woman on whose shoulders I stand. It is important to do good. You bear the weight, not of being the first, but of making sure that you're not the last. There's a photograph outside where when I walk past it, there's 42 men, and then there's me. I'm very proud of the work we've been doing in this office. From the day I took office, I have centered one of my priorities around children. We need to really protect our kids. They're our future, they're our next generation. So whether it's dealing with some of the trafficking of children, or whether it's helping kids with a little bit of sparkle in their lives with a prom closet that we partner with the LAPD on, I have put a tremendous amount of focus on young people, youth, and kids. I'm making sure that we are responsive to every community around the city, because it's important to remember I'm a citywide elected, and I represent all constituencies across the city. And so we are doing our best to serve the people.
In this week's feature story, to celebrate Women's Heritage Month, the Department of Cultural Affairs is honoring the founder of Kasa 0101 Theater. Josefina Lopez puts real women's stories on stage, on screen, and now on Broadway. At the theater in Boyle Heights, she is nurturing the next generation of storytellers.
The Department of Cultural Affairs is very excited to celebrate Women's History Month. As part of this celebration, we're also celebrating the city's partnership with Kasa 0101 as one of our cultural grants partners. Through their work, led by Josefina Lopez, a female playwright and female leader in the community of Boyle Heights, she has created this theater and these artworks to be able to take them all the way to Broadway. We're very proud of what they're doing.
I grew up in Boyle Heights, and I wanted to create a cultural center or a place where someone like me could develop her abilities, her skills. When I was growing up in this neighborhood, there was no theater. This neighborhood is mostly known, unfortunately, for drive-bys and gang violence. And it has a rich cultural history that not many people know about. This is the Ellis Island of the West. So I felt I needed to come and inspire the youth and inspire myself to really present all my plays and my stories and my history And so this is now a wonderful cultural center that nurtures writers, storytellers, actors to be the future storytellers of Los Angeles. And we want to change the image of our community so that people know that Boyle Heights is a beautiful place. It's not a place to be scared of, it's a place to come be inspired by. The Department of Cultural Affairs has allowed for us to create so much original work. Usually most theaters do work by dead white playwrights. We want to do plays by people of color, women. So without their support, we couldn't do what we're doing.
We are really honored to have played a role in the success of what we're seeing with Kasa 0101. We as a department have about 350 grants partners throughout the city, both arts organizations and artists. Kasa 0101 has been one of those long-standing grantees. So through our grants program, we're able to help both spur economic development and create jobs, in addition to creating access for more people to have arts and cultural opportunities across the city.
My play, Real Women Have Curves, has been adapted for a Broadway musical. This is going to be the first Mexican-American musical on Broadway. The journey from Boyle Heights to Broadway was a very long one, but it took me deciding that my stories mattered. It took me deciding that I had to produce my plays because no one would do it in Los Angeles. We have nurtured a lot of artists and writers and actors, and I'm very proud to say, you know, like we have a program where we teach youngsters over the summer how to do like Broadway musicals. It's so great to see young people who start out here and now they're on Emmy-nominated TV shows or films or starring alongside famous Hollywood movie stars. All the children's classes are free. We just ask that parents commit. Because sometimes when you give something free, people go, oh, it can't be that great. It's like, no, it's free because we believe in you. So to have kids that grew up in this neighborhood be able to be in a Broadway musical here, knowing that my show is on Broadway, it really inspires them to see that why not me? I could be on Broadway too. So my message to playwrights and artists is that you are enough and that you must write and create from what you know and what you know. And you sharing your authenticity, your truth, your wounding, your struggles, you will inspire other people to realize that, wow, we're all human beings. We all have power, we are all beautiful, and we all can transform the world in community. Because you know what I've discovered? Is that every problem can be solved in community. Most of our problems come from being caught up in our heads or being individuals thinking that we can't solve a problem. But when you share that with others, you realize that everybody's going through the same thing. And in community, we can transform anything and heal anything.
Calling all teens, LA City's Rec and Parks Department offers many activities and resources to young Angelinos through its Class Parks program. Join the department on Saturday, April 5th at the Class Parks Resource Fair and meet with representatives of organizations that offer resources for teens. The Class Parks Resource Fair will feature information on wellness, mental health, and nutrition. Learn about volunteer opportunities for teenagers, enjoy raffle prizes on the day, and more. Visit Lincoln Park Rec Center for the Class Parks Resource Fair on Saturday, April 5th, beginning at 10 a.m. For more info, check out the events tab at laparks.org. LA City's Department of Cultural Affairs invites you to the Spring Family Art Workshops taking place at Sun Valley Youth Arts Center beginning on Saturday, April 5th. This is the first in a series of 7 Saturday art workshops, which are for the entire family with all the art materials included. Enjoy the workshops on a first-come, first-served basis while supplies last. All participants must be present to be seated. The workshops are held outdoors, weather permitting. Head to the Sun Valley Youth Arts Center for the Spring Family Art Workshop on Saturday, April 5th, beginning at 10 a.m. For more information, visit culture.lacity.gov. Roll up for CicLAvia, the people-friendly festival featuring Los Angeles streets that are closed to car traffic. On Sunday, April 6th, CicLAvia is taking over the streets from Koreatown to Hollywood. This is not a race. Start wherever you like and enjoy the local amenities along the way. Walk, skate, bike, and play along parts of Wilshire, Western, Santa Monica, and Vine. Head to the CicLAvia Koreatown meets Hollywood on Sunday, April 6th, beginning at 9 a.m. and continuing until 4 p.m. For more information, visit CicLAvia.org. And that's a look at some things to do.
And that's all for this week. I'm Natalia Bilbao, and from all of us here at LA This Week, thank you so much for joining us. Remember that you can watch us online anytime at lacityview.org, and we're also on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube. See you next time for more LA This Week.
good. All right, good morning, Angelinos, and welcome to the regularly scheduled meeting of your Los Angeles City Council. Today is Friday, the 28th day of March in the year 2025. My name is Marquis Harris-Dawson. I serve as the president of this council. Public comment will be taken in person in this chamber for today's meetings. Let's begin our proceedings by calling the roll.
Blumenfield, Harris, Dawson, Hernandez, Hutt, Gerardo, Lee, McOsker, Nazarian, Padilla, Park, Price, Rahman, Rodriguez, Soto, Martinez, Yaroslavsky. 11 members present and a quorum, Mr. President.
All right. First order of business.
Approval of the minutes of March 26th, 2025.
All right. Councilmember Price moves. Councilmember Padilla seconds. What's next?
Commendatory resolutions for approval.
Councilmember Lee moves. Councilmember Rodriguez seconds. What's next?
Mr. President, there is a request to continue item 5 to April 1st, 2025.
All right. Without objection, that'll be the order.
Items 1 through 22 are items for which public hearings have been held. The committee reports for items 3, 4, 5, 6, 18, 20, and 22 have been submitted and are online under their respective council files.
All right. Specials members. Specials to my right. I'm not directionally oriented in this building yet. Mr. Price.
President, out of an abundance of caution, I'm recusing myself from items 19 and 20 because my wife's employer has worked with applicants on these items, 19 and 20. Thank you.
All right. Councilmember Park. Excellent. Councilmember Rodriguez. Councilmember Rodriguez.
Hold item 19 for comments and a separate vote.
Okay. All right. Mr. Blumenfield.
Item 18 for an amendment, and I believe it has been circulated.
Okay.
Being circulated.
It's being seconded and being circulated. Councilmember McOsker.
Item 18 for discussion and for an amendment. Might be a separate amendment from Mr. Blumenfield's, so I'd like to have that. Thank
Okay.
you.
All right. Any others? Councilmember Soto Martinez.
Thanks so much, Council President. I have a substitute resolution for item number 8. I believe it's been circulated, or it's in the hands of the city attorney, city clerk.
All right. Councilmember Rahman.
I'd like to request that we continue item 19 till Tuesday.
Okay. Without objection, that'll be the order.
And to clarify, Tuesday would be April 1st.
April 1st. All right. Any other specials members? All right. What items are available for consideration at this time, Mr. Clerk?
The council may now vote on items 1 through 4, 6, 7, 9 through 17, and 21 through 22.
All right. Those items are now before us. Let's open the roll, close the roll, tabulate the vote.
13 ayes.
And Mr. President, I believe there is a request to send item 21 forthwith.
All right. Without objection, that'll be the order. What's next?
Mr. President, I believe the council can take up item 20 with Councilmember Price recusing.
All right. Item number 20. All right, let's open the roll, close the roll, tabulate the vote. All right, what's next?
Mr. President, I believe the council can take up item 18 for questions and remarks while the amendments are being circulated.
All right. Yeah, I think we want to do the presentation first because these amendments are still happening.
Council can move on to presentations.
All right, so now is the time for presentation. We have a very special presentation led by Councilmember McOsker of the 1-5.
Mr. President and members, thank you very much. Today is our opportunity to bring St. Patrick's Day to Van Nuys and to the Valley. If I could ask our special guests to come on up. So we have a great tradition in City Hall of celebrating St. Patrick's Day, and we are celebrating it a little bit late, but it is a great opportunity for us to be in the Valley and to enjoy some fine entertainment and also some very important guests here today. St. Patrick's Day, as you know, is broadly celebrated around the world. And I get reminded every St. Patrick's Day that St. Patrick was a Roman citizen who was brought over to Ireland, and so he's either Italian, or some people tell me he's Croatian, or some people tell me he's many other things, but I think he belongs to all of us on St. Patrick's Day, where the diaspora from Ireland celebrate around the world, but all of us enjoy the culture and the entertainment of Ireland. Really honored that I get to follow in the footsteps, although not adequately, of the great Tom LaBonge, who used to celebrate this every year. And one of his dear friends, Griffin Healy, is with us today. And Griffin Healy is the president of the Irish Fair and the Music Foundation, and has been so instrumental in Irish American culture and the arts over the years. He has some special guests that he's honoring that we can also honor that he's going to bring up. So I want to introduce first Mr. Griffin Healy.
Thank you. Thank you, Councilman. Mr. President, I wanted to tell you we've been doing this since 1875, honoring the Irish Man and Irish Woman of the Year and the honorees that are done so much work to keep the Irish heritage. March is not only St. Patrick's Day, but the Irish Heritage Month. So, Eddie, I'd like to introduce to you some of our honorees here. David Mannion, Liam Fountain, Darren Coyle, and everybody else is gone somewhere. Also, I'd like to introduce you to now the Consul General of the country of Ireland, Marcella Smith. She'd like to say a few words to you now.
Thank you, Griff. Thank you. It's really wonderful to be here with you during, as Griff has said, Irish American Heritage Month and the month of our national day, St. Patrick's Day. We do use that day to reconnect with our global family, our more than 70 million diaspora across the globe, 30 million of them here in the US, more than 2 million here in California. And I want to thank a very dear member of our diaspora, Council Member Tim McCusker, for making this possible, and also to all of you for opening up your door to us here today in a very similar manner to how the city of Los Angeles has opened up to our community. And our community, in turn, has thrived and prospered here. And they've worked diligently to contribute richly to the social, cultural, and economic fabric of this fantastic city. I think their names still etched across the city, names like Boyle Heights and Mulholland Drive. The paths that they forged and the relationships cemented by our current diaspora, those have laid down the markers for significant foreign direct investment by Ireland. And on St. Patrick's Day, we actually launched an economic investment report that shows that Ireland is now the 6th largest investor of FDI into the United States and the 9th largest into Los Angeles County. And at the consulate, we are determined to find ways to increase that even further. Los Angeles is an extraordinary, dynamic, innovative, diverse city. And it is one that has shown extraordinary resilience in the face of devastating loss. So I would really like to take this opportunity to express my deepest sympathies to the families and the friends of those who lost loved ones in the fire. As we say in Irish, ar deasté go raibh na hamanachta. May their souls rest in peace. many members of our community were amongst those that lost their homes or were displaced. And I would like to thank you. I'd like to thank the LA County Board, the Los Angeles Fire Department, the Los Angeles Police Department for all of your work and your effort under such unprecedented conditions. It was incredibly moving to see how right across the city and county, so many people, our own community amongst them, they rallied to volunteer, to fundraise, to comfort. It was just an extraordinary demonstration of solidarity and support. And I want you all to please know that Ireland is here in full solidarity with you. The response of the whole Los Angeles community demonstrates why Ireland and so many other nations feel at home here. You demonstrated just an extraordinary capacity for empathy, for compassion, and how from the heartbreak of loss can come an assurance of resilience and resolve. And those are qualities that the Irish community has in abundance, and I know that they will be playing their part in recovery. I am deeply proud to represent a community that so far from home continues to live our values. Values which I know that you also share, which in the words of our president, President Higgins, demonstrate solidarity, commitment to the dignity and well-being of all, the building of a just and compassionate society which reflects the best instincts of our humanity. And that's exactly what the Irish Person of the Year Awards are about, recognizing those that actively live those values and contribute to the community or society in which they live, irrespective of where that is. And I really want to thank the City Council for providing recognition of those awards. I myself am a deeply reluctant but not ungrateful recipient. And that's my reluctance is only because there are so many in our community who volunteer their time and their efforts. They are lined up here behind me today, and they're repaid only in gratitude. Whilst I'm conscious I hold a very privileged role, surrounded by an excellent team at the consulate. I'm joined here today by one of those, our Vice Consul, Conor Doherty-Green. And that team is made up of Angelenos and Irish alike who are incredibly hardworking and very dedicated. But I am deeply, deeply touched. I am deeply grateful to you for allowing us to be here with you today. And I want to thank you all from the very bottom of my heart. Gurimila Mahagwev.
Thank you, Marcella, being the Irish Woman of the Year. Marcella?
On behalf of the City of Los Angeles, Great 1-5.
That's it. As Irish Woman of the Year, on top of her being the Council General, she's worked very hard to get the diaspora all together in Southern California, which is herding cats. She did a wonderful job. Thank you, Marcella. Next, the Irish Man of the Year. There's a guy who's been around, he's a Dublin-born fella, and he's been entertaining us for 50 years in Southern California. A man everybody kind of knows in the Irish community. Mr. Ken O'Malley is Irish Man of the Year. Okay, Ken, Tim.
This photo.
All right. Make it short. Make it short, he said. Good morning, everybody. It's great to be here. I want to thank the Los Angeles City Council for the honors placed on us today, and I want to congratulate Marcella, who is a wonderful contributor in this town with her consul generalship. I've been here just over 50 years. This is my 50th St. Patrick's Day, and I have played music every year since then. I arrived here in 1974 with, met my lovely wife, Tricia O'Malley, in Ireland in 73, and it brought me out here, and we had a family. We have 3 children, all here today, I'm glad to say. And just really grateful, and I want to thank Griff Healy for putting my name out there. It's a delight to be here in Los Angeles. I live right here in the neighborhood, actually, and I intend to keep playing music as long as God allows me and the strings don't rust, okay? Thank you very much for the honor. It's a great pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Thank you, Ken. Thank you, Marcella. We also want to honor Griffin Healy himself for making sure that he has been so instrumental in promoting Irish culture and the arts and bringing together the diaspora here. We have for you, on behalf of the 1-5 and the City of Los Angeles, Griff, we have this certificate of recognition.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Tom.
Thank you.
Okay, appreciate that. Didn't know I was going to get one of these.
And speaking of music and the arts, as you know, in my district, we have a great Croatian community down in San Pedro, and we have a great Italian community. My dentist yesterday told me, he asked me, he's a Croatian American, he said, Tim, do you know what the largest Croatian island is? And I said, Hvar? I was trying to guess. He said, no, it's Ireland. During the Celtic Tigers, so many Croatians moved to Ireland and have found their home there. And another great connection in my district is the Italian-American and the Irish-American unity for an event that we have called the last 3 years, Gaelic and Garlic. And at our Gaelic and Garlic event, we were graced with a lot of performers, including the Lion School of Dance. And today, we have them coming back. They were a favorite. They are a fan favorite at Gaelic and Garlic. And they are back today to dance once again. And so I give to you the Lion School of Irish Dance. The Lions Academy of Irish Dance. They spoil us because no matter what kind of stage we put out for them and no matter what kind of space, they figure it out and put on a great show everywhere. I saw that that stage was a little too small for you, but you all figured it out as great athletes and great performers. I have a certificate on behalf of all of us and the 1-5 to the Lions Academy of Irish Dance. I want to thank you once again for gracing us with your presence, and here you are.
All right, Councilmember McCosker, we got a few speakers on the queue for the team there. Councilmember Rodriguez.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. McCosker, and thank you all for joining us here today. I was telling these incredible young women, when I saw the presentation was scheduled for this morning, I look forward to the performance each and every year, and I hadn't realized that there was, in fact, a little platform established for them to dance, because I said, I'm going to miss hearing you, and then realized that they had the dance platform, which is great. So again, happy St. Patrick's Day. Thank you all so much for helping to preserve this really wonderful, treasured cultural experience for all of us to share, because it's what is uniquely Los Angeles, with all of the different diasporas that are here that call Los Angeles home. I raise my coffee to you in lieu of a Guinness. But again, thank you all so much for joining us here today. We really appreciate this presentation each and every year.
We thank the council very much, Mr. President. Thank you so much.
Hold on, one more. Councilmember Padilla.
I just want to start by saying, Mr. McCosker, you look great in a green suit, very sharp. And it was just kind of nice to see. I'm glad you brought the dancers back, because I vividly remember seeing some of these young ladies last year.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope that they're enjoying growing up, coming to City Council. And last year was City Hall, and now here. So keep doing what you're doing. I wish I could still have time to dance. So I'm glad that they're doing what they're doing right now that they can. But I want to. One of your speakers mentions that they lived around here. Yes, that's right. So I'm not surprised, right? One of my biggest mentors in this world of community work was once upon a time neighborhood council president Michael Guerra for Sun Valley. He was Irish, and he had a lot of Irish pride. He was all about making sure the neighborhood council celebrated St. Patrick's Day in full spirit. And it's not in my district, but I actually did grow up going to St. Patrick's Catholic Church in North Hollywood. So I'm glad that in coming here, there was an acknowledgement that in the San Fernando Valley, there's definitely a big Irish community. So thank you all for being here again. Happy holidays.
Thank you so much, Mr. McCosker.
So happy Irish American Heritage Month. Happy St. Patrick's Day. We're grateful to Griffin for bringing these honorees. We are always honored to have the Consul General, Marcella Smith, with us. And once again, the Irish dancers. I have watched these young women grow up, and they are just fantastic. I thank you all for allowing us to bring this celebration to the Valley. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Another big round of applause. All right. Mr. Clerk, Madam City Attorney, if we can read the instructions and rules for public comment into the record and proceed with public comment.
Mr. President, before public comment, would council like to take up the substitute motion for item 8? It has been circulated.
All right. That item has been circulated and is now before us, item 8.
And we will need to take 2 votes on this, the first vote being whether to substitute.
All right. So let's open the roll on substitution. Close the roll. Tabulate the vote.
14 ayes.
All right. And then let's open the roll on item number 8. Close the roll. Tabulate the vote.
14 ayes.
All right. Now we can proceed to public comment.
Today we'll be reopening public comment on item number 18 only. And so for people providing public comment, when it is your turn to speak at the podium, please state whether you'd like to speak to item number 18. You will have 1 minute for that item. And for members of the public may also speak for up to 1 minute for general public comment. During general public comment, members of the public may speak to any of the items or anything else within the city subject matter jurisdiction. We will tell you when your time is up. When speaking on the agenda item, you must be on topic. Our goal is to get through as many speakers as we can. If you're not on topic, or if we cannot tell whether you're on topic, you will get one brief warning from me or the president. At that point, you need to get immediately and clearly on topic. If you do not do so, or you again stray off topic, you will forfeit the rest of your speaking time, and we will move on to the next speaker. Again, the item open for public comment today is item number 18. And if I could have the Spanish translator translate this. For members speaking in Spanish that would like to have be translated, we ask that you pause after every few sentences so that the translator can translate your comment. We will hold your time, and you will get the same amount of time as everyone else. Thank you.
I will now call names for public comment. Crystal Hernandez, Laura Harwood, Richard Serrano, Vanessa Centeno, Eitan Levy, Juan Munoz.
Speaker, would you like to speak to item number 18 or general public comment or both?
Item 18.
Okay, you'll have 1 minute.
Thank you so much. Hello, my name is Vanessa Centeno. I am a senior program manager for the EduCare Foundation. The EduCare Foundation is a youth development organization that has served 42 schools in the San Fernando Valley just this past year and is continuing to expand. We are also a member of the LA 28 Local Hire and Workforce Development Group. LA 28 has created an amazing opportunity for the Olympics to be a part of the San Fernando Valley, where there's many youth who are excited in sports such as BMX racing and skateboarding. As a member of the community who works with local students and young adults, it's extremely important to me that the Olympic sports create opportunities for these youth and adults within the San Fernando Valley. EduCare is excited to continue to work with the LA 28 team and supporting with what's next. Thank you for listening and for your time.
Speaker, would you like to speak to item 18 or general public comment or both?
Both.
You'll have 1 minute for each. Please start with item 18.
Sure. Good morning, honorable council members. My name is Juan Munoz, and I'm with Unite Here Local 11, the Hospitality Workers Union. The Long Beach Convention and Entertainment Center, a group of city-owned facilities, are at the center of alarming allegations of wage theft and labor abuses. Earlier this month, agents visited those city-owned facilities following a complaint to the California Labor Commissioner. One of the center's employers allegedly paid workers in cashed-up envelopes without proper wage statements and reportedly failed to pay overtime, both potential labor violations. Wage theft is theft, plain and simple. It hurts workers, undercuts honest businesses, and has no place anywhere in our city, but especially not at a public facility funded by taxpayers. We're opposed to venue changes to the city of Long Beach until a state investigation is completed and questions about these serious issues at their venues are addressed and resolved. Thank you so much for your time. That concludes my comment.
Speaker, would you like to speak to item 18 or general public comment or both?
Both, please.
Okay, you'll have 1 minute. Please start with item 18, please.
And then I get the minute for public comment, right?
Yes, you'll get a minute for public comment.
Thank you very much. The city council doesn't care what the public's views on anything having to do with the Olympics are. They've already learned to manufacture consent by making money disappear and letting programs fail and departments go understaffed. So whatever the public says could or could not happen regarding the Olympics, it doesn't matter because clearly the council isn't listening. There could be issues to do with the venue, and you wouldn't even know. There could be mold somewhere, and the public would tell you you'd have no idea. If the council cared what the public had to say or cared about their participation, they would listen during public comment, they would reinstate phone comment, and they would listen to the neighborhood councils. I have 14 seconds left on the Olympic stuff. If this was Malibu City Council, the public would have hours to give their views on the Olympics. This city council has no respect for the public and shortens it to like 30 minutes, even though they don't have to. The council had other people flood written comment with comments dated February, over about a month before the rest of the city knew about the free speech infringing motion that's coming up about the C word and the N word. This is going to solidify the precedent that whenever they want to get something done, whether it's putting up a 7-story building in a single-family neighborhood, or if it's building luxury apartments where no one can afford them, or it's trampling on our God-given rights, all you have to do is pack comment with their corporate goons and act like they represent the public. No matter, regardless of what we say to oppose them, Los Angeles has to stand up. We have to rise up against this shit. And they said Herman's words had no value. That's not true. I learned about Brandenburg versus Ohio. I learned about Cohen versus California, 2 free speech cases that were ruled in favor of the defendants. And look how they don't respect us. Los Angeles needs to rise up. Los Angeles, rise up and take control of your fate.
Speaker, your time is up.
Next speaker. Next speaker.
I will now call more names for public comment. Shangjao Gong, Stacy Zagara, Sean Jefferson, Scott Mandel, Rachel Dawson, and Dan.
Speaker, would you like to speak to item number 18, general public comment, or both?
Yes, both. Thank you.
You'll have 1 minute for each.
Yeah, hi. DanielGust.substack.com. Hello, Mr. Nazarian. Regarding item number 18, did you hear William Good from Film the Police LA last week talking about $1 billion more dollars you had 18 months to address? I implore the U.S. Olympic Committee and the International Olympic Committee to watch every dime that comes into the city's control before you sign off on it. This is a city that is $1 billion in the hole, and they're asking Sacramento for $2 billion. If you really want to know what's going to happen here in LA, Olympic Committee, International, and U.S. Olympic Committee, watch every dime. This is a city that can't pay for sidewalks. And you're going to run the 2028 Olympics through this body? Holy crap! On to general public comment. You guys are going to get sued so badly on First Amendment, it's shocking. But did you hear what Mr. Harris Dawson did to help the plaintiffs? What he said on Friday. The gentleman who comes here known as 3-inch Shrimp, mocking city council, made an interesting point, as a lot of the gadflies did. He talks about crime and sex workers on Figueroa. What did Mr. Harris Dawson do when somebody mentioned Figueroa, council members, city attorney? Mr. Harris Dawson said that Figueroa was not under the purview of the city. Are you fucking kidding me? It's the 4th longest street in the city, and the city council president is saying that the 4th longest street in the city is not under the city's purview? It goes right through his district. He just gave the biggest piece of evidence that you are censoring the public, and you're going to censor the N-word and the C-word? Watch the meeting. He just gave the future plaintiffs all the...
Speaker, would you like to speak to item number 18, general public comment, or both?
Both.
You'll have 1 minute for each. Please start with item 18.
Like Daniel just said, Olympic Committee, you don't need anybody in the city council to help you, guide you with anything. If they're going to want anything, is your money. It's not to make a greater event, but rather what can they do in their areas to utilize your money for their projects that they can't fund. $1 billion in debt tells you you cannot be trusted. You guys are looking for money from this program. Tom Bradley was going to put 2 pools in the Sepulveda Basin, leave one behind for the public. 1979. We didn't do that. Now we have a golf course there, parking lot for the golf course. Yeah, I've been around that long, since I was 10. My father was I'm second generation. General public comment. You're trying to censor us on what we speak on, but it really doesn't matter because none of you earn your pay by listening to us. None of you. It only affects you when we talk bad about you, right? No, it shouldn't be that way. Take this input from the city that we take the time to give you how it affects us. Because obviously you cannot manage the areas you were designated to manage. The funding's there, it's proof there. You guys are looking for $2 billion for the homeless. You should have been looking for that when they first sent it out. You should have been at the mailbox waiting for it, calling them, where's my money? I got homeless people. Until the news reports it, it becomes something. You are the news. Create a better tomorrow for the future.
Speaker, would you like to speak to item 18 or general public comment or both?
18.
You'll have 1 minute.
Thank you. Good morning. My name is Yan Xiaogong, and I'm a Paralympic silver medalist from the recently concluded Paris 2024 Games. And thank you very much. I would just like to express my unbridled emotions on how fitting it should be that the very first ever United States Paralympic Games of this century will be held right here in our home in Los Angeles. And every realizing dream that stirs me deeply and personally. And as a LA native Paralympian with spinal cord injury, I just feel how lucky I should be to be a part of it. And I understand the challenges and triumphs of the athletes with disabilities. For that we are really into something historic and ponder about it. We're all a part of it. Thank you very much.
Speaker, would you like to speak to item 18 or general public comment or both?
Both, please.
Okay, you'll have 1 minute for each. Please start with item 18.
Good morning, Council President and members of City Council. It's an honor to be here with you today. My name is Rachel Dawson, and I'm a 3-time Olympian in the sport of field hockey for Team USA. The thing that people often misunderstand about being an Olympian is that when the games are over, you don't miss the games themselves, but you miss the sense of purpose that they fill you with. The passion, the hope, the resoluteness of spirit that keeps you showing up day after unremarkable day, at your best, at your worst, to push your limits, all for a chance at greatness, to be part of something way bigger than yourself. The journey isn't always easy. It rarely goes as planned. There are delays, sidetracks, and uncertainty. But the magic happens. Yes, there is magic in the Olympic and Paralympic Games when, despite it all, people make the choice to keep showing up, to put in the work and find a way forward together. I thank you for making this moment happen. I thank you for showing up for the Games. And most of all, for the hearts, minds, and lives that will be inspired and transformed by them as mine have been. I thank the City of Los Angeles for being a beacon of Olympianism and for bringing the Olympics and Paralympics back to the United States. As we work together to shape these 2028 Los Angeles Games through our venue plan, these games will shape us too. As individuals, a community, a city, and a nation. I am humbled to be part of it. Thank you.
You have Olympians here, at least pay attention.
Speaker, would you like to speak to item number 18, general public comment, or both?
I'll take both.
Okay, you'll have 1 minute for each. Please start with item 18.
Thank you. We've heard some pretty moving words from Olympians just now. It would be really respectful if, when these people are here, the council members would actually pay attention, like Tracy, who's having a conversation right now, like Tim and Hugo and Ulysses, who aren't listening. I know y'all don't give a shit what I have to say, but these are really important people that are speaking from experience on an important item, talking about the LA 28 Olympics. I have my issues with this. I have a lot of concerns about human trafficking with these venues, the fact that we have ICE raids going on, and the Olympics are a special security event, meaning that immigration forces have already been in our town, and nothing that this council does can really prevent them from removing people, regardless of whether it's justified or not. But I want to show some respect to the Paralympians in this room and ask that you pay attention to the other ones who come up here.
1 minute.
All the people make your feelings known. Council wants to censor us, their egos overblown. And neighborhood councils do a CIS, cause Marquis Harris Dawson and his people are astroturfing. Someone said they don't feel safe. How many sergeants in this place? Now they wanna ban words cause council got their feelings hurt. This week lots of people have submitted letters on a council file submitted March 21st. It seems like they knew in advance and were told to take a stance, cause they're backdated to February. With language so similar it's scary. They're manufacturing consent for a violation of the First Amendment in our council's chambers. Someone said they don't feel safe. How many sergeants in this place? Now they want to ban words cause council got their feelings hurt. All the people make your feelings known. Council wants to censor us, their egos overblown. And neighborhood councils do a CIS, cause Marquis Harris Dawson and his people are astroturfing. Shout out Smoke and Scan. Everyone go watch Sabby Sab's Revolutionary Blackout Network and do Dissidents Podcast.
I will now call more names for public comment. Michaela Gibson, Liam Arnold Colwell, Kim Gamble, Joy Richardson, Janet Evans, Aiton Levy.
Speaker, would you like to speak to item number 18, general public comment?
General, please.
You'll have 1 minute.
Thank you. I would have liked to have spoken to item 6 in committee, but you make it so difficult for people to participate in the process. By the way, item 6 pertains to literally a few blocks away. It's a connector bike lane to the G line. Have any of you cycled the G line? I guess not. It's nice that you're building new bicycle infrastructure, but I wish you would pay attention to the infrastructure that already exists. It's in complete shambles. It's filled with encampments, debris, feces, there's fights, there's actual booby traps, and it is populated by homeless people, not cyclists. And you don't really have any cyclists advising you on how to conduct the repair. So you create new infrastructure, and it simply rots, and nobody uses it. Thanks.
Speaker, would you like to speak to item number 18, general public comment, or both?
I will speak on both and whatever else I can speak on.
You'll have 1 minute for each. Please start with item 18.
Okay. 18 and all these other comment items are yet another example of why the black community calls Dawson Sleazy Marquise Dawson. These items are labeled items for which public hearings have been held and also labeled. If public hearing is not held in committee, an opportunity for public committee
Speaker, can you speak to item 18 first?
This is part of 18.
Okay, well then you need to tie it to the agenda item.
Okay, this, that's, okay, I lost a couple of minutes with that. All right. And my opinion, all these items should receive, this item 18 should receive a no vote, and at least one of these cowards should stand up for the public's rights instead of sit there like cowards. In my opinion, all of these items should receive a no vote unless they contain amendment wording added to fund an investigation as to why incompetent Party Hardy and Africa Karen Bass and incompetent, okay, I'm gonna do public comment. That was not a good thing to interrupt. The LA Council is the most incompetent and corrupt local government, U.S. history. a criminal enterprise. Little man, coward, corrupt, incompetent, sleazy Marquise Dawson now drags the entire sleazy council running out here to Van Nuys because the little man coward wants to escape from all the emergency items, homelessness epidemic, emergency 275 billion, fire damage with 16,000 destroyed structures, emergency. What was the little man doing while the city burned? Judge Carter has threatened to remove all homeless funds from the control of the city due to the fact that they cannot even account for the money, let alone reduce homelessness. Incompetent Bass and Dawson have gone to the state begging for $2.8 billion due to their mismanagement. Incompetent party hardy.
Speaker, would you like to speak to item number 18, general public comment, or both?
General public comment.
You'll have 1 minute.
Good morning, City Council. John Camara, member of the Van Nuys Neighborhood Council for over 16 years. I've done my best during these trying years of crisis and disappointments. I will try again to continue as a volunteer board member of Van Nuys and Los Angeles. I'm doing my best, and I can't do it alone. I need all of you and others so we can face these challenges. So let's get on track in our neighborhoods and council districts of Los Angeles. And let's get ready for the 2020 Olympics. Mr. Blumenfield, I would like to talk to your staff about the restrooms at our beloved Reseda Park, where I learned as a child how to swim.
Speaker, would you like to speak to item 18 or general public comment?
Item 18.
You'll have 1 minute.
Item 18, I'm against it because it robs the city of Los Angeles. Any item that robs the city of Los Angeles, I am against it. General public comment.
You'll have 1 minute.
I enjoyed the Irish presentation. I was dancing back there. You guys didn't see it. I'm Irish. I'm having a birthday next month, the 24th of April, but we're going to celebrate it right here in Van Nuys, across the street from the Mexican restaurant. You guys are invited. Yeah, correct. Our sidewalks is dirty. The homeless is out of control. We need to do something about that. If you're going to have the 28 Olympics, clean up the homeless people, for God's sake. Damn.
Speaker, would you like to speak to item number 18 or
Yes,
general
ma'am.
public comment, or both?
Both, ma'am. Thank you very
You'll have
much.
1 minute for each. Please start with item 18.
Thank you. 18 is the Olympics. You know, as someone who participated in the 1984 Olympics, which were magnificent, and one of the things that I remember about the 84 Olympics were the updates. And that's not what I'm seeing with what's happening now for the 2028. This council and the committee must give us updates so that we know we're on track to make sure this is the greatest Olympic that ever took place. So I would hope that there's more control by the mayor and by this council to make sure that we put forth our best foot because this is Los Angeles. This is the greatest city. And we need a new song, folks. We need a new song. The old one's good. I love LA, but how about a new one? I mean, can you imagine us coming up with a new one that just rocks the world? Let's do it. So this is Los Angeles. We can do that. Now I'm going to offend a few people. I'm going to offend some people on this side and some on this side. I watched Wednesday as I saw a beautiful group of I still have a minute, ma'am.
You have 1 minute. Go
Thank you, ma'am. African-American women were being honored, and they were being disgraced by two knuckleheads on the back who proclaimed to be First Amendment fighters. They're the ones that are going to defend the First Amendment. But yet when these beautiful women who give to this city
They were disgracing them and dishonoring by making all these stupid faces and everything else. Well, you know what? That's your fault, this council's fault. Because you know what? You can remove those guys, take them to the back. If we all have to stand on the back while these presentations are taking place, let's do it. But every time you bring somebody in here who's done great things for this city, don't let him be disgraced by a couple of knuckleheads who now control this council. You folks are so afraid of these people. One other thing, there was a woman that came up and said she was afraid, and then what happened the next thing? A woman who says she's for the First Amendment came up and made fun of her. How disgraceful, how disgusting.
Speaker, would you like to speak to item 18 or general public comment or both?
Item 18, please.
Okay, you'll have 1 minute.
Thank you. Good morning, Council. My name is Michaela Gibson, and I'm here on behalf of the Valley Industry and Commerce Association. VICA President Stuart Waldman serves on the LA 28 Board of Directors and has worked to shape an Olympic Games that reflect the diversity and vibrancy of all of Los Angeles. VICA is proud to support the proposed First Amendment to the LA 28 venue plan. This amendment marks a historic milestone for the San Fernando Valley, which has never been included in any Olympic Games, not in 1932 nor in 1984. For the first time, the Valley will host Olympic events at the Sepulveda Basin Recreation Area, bringing exciting youth-driven competitions to our community. It's a chance to put the Valley on the global stage and celebrate the unique spirit of our region. We also support LA 28's request to relocate select competitions outside city boundaries. These adjustments take advantage of world-class venues, enhance the athlete and fan experience, and reduce the cost and complexity of the games. The plan reflects the smart financial planning, regional inclusion, and reinforces Los Angeles' global reputation. VICA is pleased to offer its support. Thank you.
Speaker, would you like to speak to item 18 or general public comment or both?
Item 18, please.
You'll have 1 minute.
Good morning. My name is Liam Renata Colwell, and I'm speaking on behalf of the Greater San Fernando Valley Chamber of Commerce. The Chamber strongly supports the proposed amendments to the LA 28 Olympic and Paralympic Games venue plan and the continued focus on creating employment opportunities for the local workforce. As the leading business organization in the San Fernando Valley, the Chamber is proud to see our region included in the LA 28 Games for the first time in history. The Sepulveda Basin Recreation Area will host Olympic competitions in BMX freestyle, BMX racing, and skateboarding. High-skill, high-energy events that reflect the spirit of our region and will inspire the next generation. This is a historic milestone. The San Fernando Valley was not a part of the 1932 or the 1984 Olympic Games, making this the first time the Games will have a meaningful presence in our area. It's extremely important to the Chamber and our members that the LA 28 Games reduce risks through cost-effective planning and the use of existing world-class venues, provide visibility for our community on the global stage, and create real economic and workforce development opportunities. Thank you.
Speaker, would you like to speak to item number 18, general public comment, or both?
I'll speak to both, please.
Okay, you'll have 1 minute for each.
Good morning, Council President, Council members. My name is Janet Evans. I am a three-time Olympian. Thank you. Five-time Olympic medalist with 4 of them gold. On behalf of all of my Olympians and Paralympians that are here this morning, on behalf of the great athletes that will compete at the Olympic and Paralympic Games here in the great city of Los Angeles, thank you for your support of what we are doing. I was 12 years old when I watched the Olympic Games in Los Angeles at the Coliseum. It inspired me to not only a life of athleticism, but inspired me to a life of service to young people, to put them on the playing field and to get them inspired and to change their lives. The children we're going to affect in Los Angeles at the Olympic and Paralympic Games, not all of them are going to become Olympians and Paralympians, but we are going to inspire them to be civil servants, to be doctors, to be lawyers, to be teachers, to be in our communities, to be helping our society. And that is the true meaning of the Olympic and the Paralympic Games, is to inspire. So to all of you, thank you very much for all you're doing. Thank you for supporting our venue changes and all of the incredible sports we are going to bring into the city of Los Angeles for the Olympics and Paralympic Games. Thank you so much.
Speaker, would you like to speak to item 18, general public comment, or both?
I would like to speak on both, please.
Okay, you'll have 1 minute.
And I would like everyone to listen
You'll have
because
1
it's
minute
my
for
first
each.
time
Please
here.
start with item number 18.
So please have respect. I'm a 25-year resident of Lake Balboa. I love our neighborhood and my community, and I think we are the ones that built it. We're the ones that got you into office. We have made it the beautiful, tight-knit community it is. We're excited about the Olympics. I just found out, walking my dog in the neighborhood and investigating why there are these huge trucks there, that there is a low-income housing, 194-unit building with only 80 parking spots, 5 stories tall, going up in our park, across the street from our home, across the street from our high school. No one, we are completely left in the dark, and people are hiding behind it saying that it's ED1. ED1 does not preclude you from communicating with the very people that gave you the money and put you in office. We would like to be communicated to. We're reasonable and rational people, and we expect to be fair. We're going to protect our community in every way we can, and that's what you want from us. So please give us answers. Give us speed bumps. Give us permit parking. Do something about our neighborhood. But I don't want degenerates walking down my street or whatever. I don't care whether you're pro-development, con development, whatever it is. We want to protect our community, and it doesn't belong in a park.
Before the next speaker comes up, I'd like to call a few more names. Denise Snouchin, Jeff Bush, John Doe, Johnny G. Avish Aarons.
Speaker, would you like to speak to item number 18, general public comment, or both?
Yes, I would. So my name is Laura Gigliotti, and I'm speaking on behalf of Kimberly Rand, who decided at the last minute she didn't want to speak. I'm also a Lake Balboa resident. I do have to say this is my first time at a city council meeting, and I am kind of disillusioned at the fact that no one, except for a few of you, and I appreciate you, everyone's talking, no one's paying attention, and I wasn't even going to come up here because I felt like my concerns no one really cares about. We were notified that there is a 194-unit housing project being built on the corner of Louise and Victory. This is not about a race, a lower income. I am not that kind of a person. This is a safety issue. There's only going to be 78 parking spots. We are recently been zoned as a multi-family unit residential area, and every other home on our block has built an ADU and has an additional family living there. There is no place to park at all there. Not only that, but we're gridlocked in the morning.
Speaker, your time is up. You can speak to item number 18 if you'd like.
Which is? Oh, okay. The Olympics. I'm all for the Olympics. I think it's fantastic. Yes, it's going to congest us. But, you know, that I feel is a benefit to our community. A 5-story building on the corner of an already congested, very dangerous intersection. Look up the past. There's an accident there every other day. And residents are now going to be parking our neighborhoods and running across with their families to go home. It's a safety public issue. We fought this for a nonprofit, and you guys were behind us, and we shot it down for the same reasons. Our local high school, it doesn't even know that this is happening. I know that it's an E1 Karen Bass thing, but what? I don't understand why you guys are here to do you support her, or are you guys supposed to help us? The Olympics, I welcome it. I'm hoping that the pools and the skate parks are there to enjoy for the community, but a 1.4 acre land with a 5-story, 194-unit building on an already dangerous intersection is not what I'm supporting.
Councilor, public comment only.
You'll have 1 minute.
When I was walking in today, I called one of the council people, "Good morning, Your Honor." Then all of a sudden I get bitched at by one of the deputies saying, "That's racist." I say that to my adversaries or my supporters on the council. I call them Your Honor. That's the proper way to do it. But I have some little Nimrod trying to bitch at me because I'm a white Republican conservative Trump supporter that I'm doing something wrong. I will keep calling you good morning, Your Honor, or good afternoon, or have a nice day. I will keep doing that. But I don't need some little Nimrod that I could squish and wreck their life and bankrupt it by telling me that's racist. How is that racist? That person go fuck themselves. Thank you.
Mr. Council President, that concludes public comment.
All right, that was our final speaker. Thank you to everybody who came to council to speak today. What is before us, Mr. Clerk?
Mr. President, before the council would be item 18, and the amendments 18A, B, and C have all been circulated.
All right, all been circulated and seconded. I want to ask the leadership of LA 28 to join us at the center table. I know there's discussion. I am assuming there will be questions for them. So members who wanted to ask questions, I'll open it up for discussion at this time. Going once. Councilmember Park.
Thank you, Council President. And just before I begin my questions, Council President, I wanted to say thank you to you personally for taking the baton and taking the helm of this incredible opportunity for our city, and also very heavy lift in the preparation and the planning going forward. And thank you also for giving me the ability to take on leadership in my community at our LA Recovery Committee. LA 28, thank you for being here with us today. On April 9th, you, I think, will be presenting an Olympic venue master plan. That's only 12 days from now. Will that plan include all of these venues in addition to others?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. So first of all, thank you for your leadership on the ad hoc and your partnership. It's been a
General, just when you speak, can you say your name and your affiliation for the record?
Yes, sir. So Ronald Hoover, I'm the CEO of LA 28. Again, thank you, ma'am, for your leadership on the ad hoc as well, and your partnership as we went along. You're correct. The IOC requires us to present to the executive board on the 9th our final venue plan. And that will include the amendments that are before you today.
Okay. If there are new venues, will we be notified before the announcement at the IOC?
Yes, ma'am, absolutely. So we've been working very closely with the council and with the ad hoc committee to go through all of the venues, and we continue to do that with Mr. Krikorian and members of the staff.
Okay. Are you able to share the list of those venues?
We can do that, but not today.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Why can't we talk about it today?
Well, because we're not ready to go public with all of our lists of all of the other venues that we have. We're continuing to do some analysis and some study on that, and we will certainly come back to you before that list becomes finalized.
Okay. All right. Thank you for that. Okay. Council President, I have
Yes.
just one question for CLA and CAO.
Yes,
If they're
if
available.
we have representatives there, if they can join us.
And City Attorney also, please.
And City Attorney.
All right. Thank you all. Just one question for you. The joint CLA and CAO report included a recommendation to, I quote, assert city authority to consider and approve all amendments to the venue plan. That recommendation was amended in committee. So can you just walk me through the implications of those changes?
Sure. Sharon So, CLA. There's one basic difference between the two recommendations. The recommendation in the committee report references the sports that are before you today. It references the changes that were submitted in the June submittal by LA 28, as well as the March submittal. It does not include sports that have the new sports as well as future changes. So the recommendation in the original CAO-CLA report addressed all changes that would be coming up later. Recommendation for the committee report only deals with what is before you today.
Okay. All right. Okay, so thank you for that. I just want to say this. I think if done right, the 2028 Olympics are going to be a huge part of our city's recovery. And as we welcome the world to Los Angeles, and we have this opportunity, I think, to really convey all of the qualities that make LA, LA. Our strength, our resilience, and when under pressure, the ability to deliver on a really large scale. I truly believe that these Olympics are going to come at a moment when our city is going to need them and us the most. I think approving these venues today is a big step forward and something that we need to do to bring certainty to the process, and certainly to our city departments who have a tremendous amount of work ahead to prepare, as well as for Metro and LAX and all of our partners that are going to have a hand in successful delivery. But I have also not been quiet about some of the concerns I have. I think we are missing some major opportunities to showcase our city's unique assets and communities and landscapes. We are giving away sports to other places and other communities that were born right here in the city of Los Angeles that have deep cultural ties to our neighborhoods and our communities. Surfing, skateboarding, volleyball, and so many others. I also feel like once again we are being asked to cast our votes when we have an incomplete picture. This is a problem that we have seen as a council again and again, and it repeatedly leads to bad outcomes. But I also recognize that we have an obligation to ensure successful games and that our residents and businesses and workers and the city's bottom line are protected and accrue the greatest benefits as we can for our city. So I look forward to a robust discussion about this today as we continue to move this monumental effort forward.
Thank you so much, Councilmember Park, and thank you for the leg of the marathon that you carried this work, leading the committee. This committee has had a full marathon of chairs, and I think when I got the baton, it was in good shape. The work had been done, researched thoroughly, and the city's interest put on the front burner. So thank you for that, and thank you for the acknowledgement. Councilmember McCosker.
Thanks very much, Mr. President. Councilmember Park, I feel you. I totally, completely feel you. And I have a story that is a little more focused and a little more disturbing. So I have a pending motion. I have a motion that's, I think it's 18A, to amend this venue plan. And let me give you a little bit of background on it. It involves sailing. And we know that way back when, sailing was proposed for San Pedro and quickly became another jurisdiction before my time on council. I will tell you that in November of last year, LA 28 approached the city, actually this port folks, and said, we are looking at doing an analysis to see whether or not San Pedro and the winds in Hurricane Gulch and the venue is a better selection, because from the international down, the entire sailing community, folks that know anything about sailing, says that the venue in San Pedro, or what I'll call Hurricane Gulch or the Port of Los Angeles, has fantastic, consistent winds that the venue that is now pending does not have. And it does not have it, and the experience in '84 told us so. And every single experienced sailor, from Olympians to folks that run the SailGP event tell us that the winds are consistent and better in San Pedro. So that information just exists. That's information that's available to anybody any day. But we also dug into some other issues, and we were able to present that because the Port of Los Angeles has a port police department that will have approximately 150 officers dedicated to marine safety and every mechanism you can think of, and probably the finest perimeter control, ocean-going police department on Earth, clearly. The other venue has 3 or 4 officers that have some marine duty that come out of their generally funded police department. Remember, ours is the police department for the Port of Los Angeles is proprietarily funded. The venue in San Pedro, which just hosted SailGP, has the capacity for about 10,000 spectators. The venue that is currently considered for sailing has the capacity for 0 spectators. 0 spectators. The venue in Los Angeles is comprised of entirely public lands under the control of the Port of Los Angeles, with a piece that is managed or paid for by the Port of Los Angeles, owned and operated by Rec and Parks, which has a deep relationship, of course, with LA 28. The venue, which is now, for the brief moment, and for not much longer, going to be the sailing venue, is comprised of a larger footprint, less protected, of public and private lands. The venue, which is considered now, for the brief moment, does not have electrical or fiber capacity. It will have to be built up. The venue, the entire complex in the city of Los Angeles, has massive power capacity because it's also a place that can be used for overflow cruise vessels. So you can imagine how much power it has. And it also has fiber capacity, as shown by our ability to do SailGP and a little event called Fleet Week, where last year we had a nuclear power plant on the water floating outside, perfectly protected, one of the only places in the United States where it was allowed. It was an aircraft carrier. So when you think about this, when LA 28 came to us and said we want to analyze it, we were able to analyze what will it be for the athlete? Better wind and spectators. What will it be for safety and security? I guarantee you that San Pedro will be the safest Olympic event in the history of the Olympics, given our capacities. What will it be for finances? You will hear from these guys who will tell you, oh, a new site will have to spend $10 million with absolutely no math. When I came up in school, the nuns told me, show your math, show your work. We've seen nothing, absolutely nothing. But I will tell you that selling tickets to the number of maybe 10,000 or selling tickets to the number of 0 has a mathematical and financial difference. And it's not going to be borne by Long Beach. It's going to be borne by us. They will say, oh, this is an Olympics where we have so many more events in Los Angeles than we had in '84. I don't care. That's your arguing point. That's not my arguing point. My point is that moving sailing to San Pedro is better for the athlete. It's better for the sport of sailing. It's better for safety and security. It's better for the viewer. And it's better for Los Angeles. It's better for us financially. When we say that this has been studied and studied and studied, maybe it's been studied, show your math. Show us. So what I'm asking you today is vote yes on this amendment. It says we will approve your venue plan. I'm not going to question whether we should go to Oklahoma City for softball, but I do question what is obviously a mistake. And instead of some back room, a couple of bros making this decision somewhere, let's do something for the sport. Let's do something for the Olympic movement. Let's do something for Los Angeles. Most importantly, let's do something for the spectator. There will be nobody in the other venue and thousands of people in this venue. I'm going to ask you for an aye vote. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. McCosker. Any other speakers on the queue? I'll give LA 28 the opportunity to respond if they like. If not, we can just start taking votes on amendments in order. All right, it looks like folks want to take votes and get out to have a good San Fernando Valley lunch. Mr. Clerk.
Yes, before the council would be Amendment 18C, introduced by Councilmember Harris Dawson, seconded by Councilmember Price.
This is a technical amendment to the report. So let's open the roll on 18C. Close the roll, tabulate the vote.
14 ayes.
All right, what's next?
Amendment 18B, introduced by Councilmember Blumenfield, seconded by Councilmember Lee.
Mr. Blumenfield, anything on this?
To get an economic study on some of the concerns that we have, just to make sure that things like the security and transportation are included in that economic study, because it's really about protecting our pocketbook, and it should be fairly straightforward.
All right, Councilmember Rodriguez.
Mr. Blumenfield, I just wanted to thank you for your amendment. I think it's really wise, given it. Regardless of what economic circumstances we're in, we also have to be doing our due diligence and not just entrusting it to other opinions. Thank you.
Got it. All right. Seeing no other comments, let's open the roll on 18B. Close the roll, tabulate the vote.
14 ayes.
All right. And now to 18C, which we got a full presentation on.
It would be Amendment 18A.
Sorry, 18A, which we got a full presentation on. Let's open the roll. Close the roll, tabulate the vote.
12 ayes, 2 noes.
All right, what's next?
And lastly, the council would be advised to take up item 18 as amended.
All right, let's open the roll, close the roll, tabulate the vote.
14 ayes.
And Mr. President, there is a request to send item 18 and 20 forthwith.
Without objection, that'll be the order. What's next?
The council has motions for posting and referral.
They are posted and referred. Announcements, members? Announcements to my left, to my right, seeing none. Councilmember Padilla.
To get item 20 forthwith.
Item 20 forthwith. Okay, without objection. Councilmember Hernandez.
Just want to give an update that we'll be starting our unarmed crisis response ad hoc committee at 1:15.
Yes.
1:15 today.
Here in the
Thank you.
Valley?
Yes.
Clutch. All right. Mr. McCosker, huh? 21 forthwith? Not 20. Got it, okay. Councilmember McCosker.
Thank you very much. I have an announcement that looks back in history, and I think everyone will appreciate. Today, we're going to commemorate the anniversary of the United States versus Wong Kim Ark. That was a landmark Supreme Court decision delivered on March 28th, 1898. So that's what, 127 years of well-established law that affirmed the constitutional principle of birthright citizenship in the United States. This historic ruling confirmed that under the 14th Amendment, any person born in the U.S. soil is a citizen, regardless of their parents' nationality. Wong Kim Ark was born in San Francisco to Chinese immigrant parents. He courageously challenged the exclusionary laws of his time. He was actually stuck on a ship in the port for months and months and months while this case went forward that reshaped the legal understanding of who belongs in this country. As we mark this anniversary today, we honor his legacy and we affirm our commitment to equality, inclusion, and the enduring promise of the Constitution as written. Let this moment serve as a reminder of the role that brave individuals and good rulings have played in defining what it means to be an American, and reflect on the continuing importance of birthright citizenship and protecting the rights and dignity of everyone who calls this nation home. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. McCosker. Other announcements? Mr. Lee? No? All right. Seeing no other announcements, I'll ask everyone in the chamber to rise for adjourning motions. Any adjourning motions to my right? Adjourning motions to my left? All right, we're adjourned. Stay safe, everybody.
Just a little after midnight, and it's freezing. The rain started really coming down. It's about 1:30, and we're up just trying to walk around. My body is, I'm in pain from the cold. It's about 10 to 6 in the morning, and the temperature's just starting to drop. Yeah. Tonight, we know the temperatures are going to be a lot lower, and we've got to work out how to get sheltered.
I maybe slept an hour, hatch meal 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there.
If it wasn't for you being there, I would have packed it in last night. I don't know how people do it on their own. Just getting access to a toilet.
Oh, gosh.
You know,
yeah, my stomach
never
hurts.
in my life.
My stomach hurts right now. I've been holding it in for hours now. I'm nervous because I know it's going to be super cold tonight.
Right. Oh, yeah.
And it's supposed to be down on 36.
Yeah, you gotta look for like a roof.
Yeah.
Something like a roof, or like we were saying, underground parking.
Yeah, yeah.
Always try to go to a place like Hope of the Valley, because they can get you back on your feet. They did it with me. They can do it with you. They can do it with anyone.
Wow.
You gotta want to do it.
Yeah.
I look at these youngsters out here that are homeless. They're panhandling.
Let me ask you this. Do you think Hope of the Valley would help me?
Yeah.